Oh boy, 15th.
It's October, oh boy, 15th.
I'm glad it's the 15th because I've been saying it's the 15th for 48 hours now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, every time anyone asks me what day it is, I'm like, oh, it's the 15th. And then it isn't.
Well, it is now.
I could say it all day long. Hey, everyone.
Wow. Nice to see you all. How are you? Hope you're well. It's the Knockem Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com.
Oh.
See, you're slacking. You take a week off and you... It's the Knockem Comedy Radio Show coming at you live on govsradio.com. That is the website. Govs Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. And, of course, those are the places you can see us. And if you want to watch us on TV... if you have a Fire Stick, a Roku, an Apple TV, or a smart TV of some sort, you can download an app called Boxcast, and you can see all the great govsradio.com shows right there on Boxcast. As our friends Dr. Don Sill and Dr. Ken Pichelle say, we on TV, yo! Hope everybody's well. How are you all? We took some time off. We'll get to that in a minute. Sally's sharing. Please like and share our show and all the shows here on govsradio.com. Like them and share them and hit the links and the likes and the hearts and all that stuff. Share it on every page you can find. Tell all your friends and family and strangers about all the shows here. We appreciate the support as always. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body, who for 25 years has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow, through insurance process, to return of your vehicle, we are with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527, located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. Again, Two Eagles Auto Body. Please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. They are open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery. Their rooftop lounge is open, and they're available on your favorite food service apps. Their famous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to that great guy, Nick. 516-801-4963, and say hi to that great guy, Nick. Thank you from Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. And the Knockem Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696. Gina she worked on my house and she sold it, and she did a fantastic job. I would recommend her to anybody. She works so hard for you and will sell your house so fast for you, it will make your
head spin.
That's Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696. And, of course, Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza.
154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview, 516-433-4464. The best pizza you can get. Centrally located on Long Island, just a mile or two south of the Long Island Expressway. Perfect place, perfectly located for your pizza.
I can't share anything.
That's Bella Vista Pizza, 516-433-4464. Tell them Knockem Comedy sent you. You get a free garlic knot. Governor's Comedy Club Radio would like to thank all of you for choosing Govs Radio to watch during quarantine. Now is a great time to show your favorite station some love and enter to win a free pass to Governor's Comedy Club. Go to teespring.com, scroll down till you find the search bar, type in Govs Radio. That will take you to our store on teespring.com. That's where you can order your hats, your t-shirts, your face masks, cups, mugs, all sorts of cool Govs Radio swag right there at teespring.com.
I can't share anything.
I heard you.
Okay.
But I'm getting through the ads.
All right. But if you just...
Order your Govs Radio swag on teespring.com. The money goes to this here room right here that we're in right now, this studio, as we're always working on improvements and continuing to bring you the best quality entertainment we can possibly bring you. We're always striving to do better and bigger. So we appreciate all the support, whether it's liking and sharing the shows and buying stuff on Teespring. We appreciate all the support. And if you buy something on teespring.com, take a picture of yourself with your Govs Radio swag, send it to us on Facebook, and you can get yourself a free pass to any of the 3 Governors Comedy Clubs. 5 great stages, 3 clubs. All stages have great comedy shows once they're open again. So go to teespring.com. We appreciate the support. Go to govs.com. That is the club's website. You can find out the latest on what's happening around here. Hopefully they're opening soon. Scheduling and all that good stuff. Go to govsradio.com as well to see what we're up to. And lastly, go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. That's us. That's where you can find out what's happening on our end of the world. When we'll be back in action, our schedule and photos, videos, all that good stuff. And hopefully you'll be able to see us live in person very, very soon. Thank you guys for the support. We really appreciate it. All right, you need some help there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where you are.
Well, because it allowed me to share it to 2 different places, so I was going to go to either Completely Retold and get it and copy it, because on the actual site I can't even copy it. Nothing. No share capability at all. None. 0. Zero ability to share anything. What'd you just freaking do? What'd you do? What'd you do?
All right, I'll show you. We looked at that. Whoops.
Uh-huh.
I went down here to this. Share.
Thank you. Never mind. Although share, because I'm way behind. Hey, everyone. What?
Nothing. Hope everybody's well. Yeah, we took some time off. We're never here on Columbus Day. We always work at the farm, White Post Farms, every Columbus Day. So we weren't supposed to be here. And we're never here on Wednesdays either. So we just figured, you know what? We're not going to be here Monday. We're not here on Wednesdays. Let's just,
Time off.
add to our extended weekend by just taking Tuesday too. So that's what we did. It ended up raining on Monday, so we didn't have to go to White Post Farms. We considered coming in,
Well,
but we didn't.
Tony considered coming in. So I wouldn't say we. I wanted to clean my house. I wanted to freaking deep clean my house. So I cleaned like you get up on
You can't
ladders and you clean the top of pictures, and it was one of those few days. It felt great. I wasn't even bothered by it. I felt rejuvenated. That dust is out of my house. It was driving me crazy. So anyway, sorry. I had to. Couldn't take it anymore.
Okay.
I threw out a lot of shit. Get it?
Were you able to talk while dusting and cleaning your house?
No.
Yeah, because you can't. Because you obviously can't talk and share at the same time.
No, I can't. I can't.
So we hope you guys are well. Hope you're all well. Well, you know what? Open your phone, and I'll see who's watching and say hi to everybody.
Okay.
There's been some craziness since we were last on here. For you baseball fans, we had the passing of Joe Morgan.
Who's he? What
He's
team?
Hall of Famer.
Oh, old guy?
Hall of Famer, old guy. There you go. a Hall of Famer second baseman, mostly with the Cincinnati Reds, but spent some time with Houston and maybe in Oakland too, I believe. All right, let's see. So I see Nikki. Hey, Lisa Ciccio, nice to see you. Hello, Greg. Sallie looks stressed. What did you do, Tony? Hey, Carl, I didn't do anything.
Well, that was before because I
helped her. I
tell
fixed
you.
it. Carla's starting trouble all the time.
No, she is.
Yes.
She's the heartbeat of how I feel.
What does that mean?
Means she gets me. I was stressed. And if Carla
Yeah,
were
but-
here,
no, I'm not-
she would have stopped what she was saying and she'd be like, "Hi, lovely Sallie. Let me help you. What do you need? I'll get to the ads later because you look stressed." That's what Carla would have done. Instead,
I was completing my task and then I jumped on yours and took care of it.
All about you.
Carla. Ken Friedberg. Hello, Felix.
Hey, Ken.
Felix. Nikki sing. So he says, Nikki makes my heart sing.
Man, did that ever work? That couldn't have ever worked.
Erin is watching. Hello, Erin. We saw that Mark is back home with you. Very nice. Maybe.
Yeah, he's got it bad for you, Aaron.
Yeah, he was. Mark White went home to, and now he went home.
Poems.
He went home to Houston, and all the times he talks about Houston is the place to be. I hate New York. And now he's posting Houston sucks. I can't wait to get back to Oregon.
He loves his lady. He's in love with his wife.
That doesn't
Very
mean
nice.
Houston sucks.
Well,
He may be having a sucky time in Houston because she's not there.
Anywhere without Aaron sucks.
Yeah, but that's not what he was saying, and you know it.
That's how he feels.
Thank you guys for tuning in today. Yeah, so Joe Morgan passed. We have COVID seems to be creeping its way back in.
Yeah, there's like, I don't know, 1 billion elementary schools in my district, and one of them's closed to at-home learning, like, on the computer. And then, but at the same time, Kevin's high school is going to open up full blow on Monday.
Are they definitely doing that?
Yeah, I keep waiting for the email that says, yeah, we're going to stick to the every other day
Because
thing.
you would think this would make news. So you received an email saying
The elementary school is shut down because there was a staff member and 3 kids, and they're just shutting down, and they're just going to, till they figure it out, do it from home. And then at the same breath, they're like, and Monday all the high school kids are going back full time.
that's odd. But then you have
I'm like, I don't get it.
the city of Liverpool in England. They're quarantining for a month because their numbers are spiking. There's some areas of France that are going back to quarantining. So hopefully it doesn't work its way back here. Oh, what just happened? Oh, Nikki says, hi, lovely Sallie. Andy Plajanos, I just got a Better Business Bureau rep to admit that a Better Bureau business accreditation is purely an ego thing for business owners. It's a good morning. My brain just goes into overload whenever I talk to Andy Plajanos.
Yeah.
And of course, in the comedy world, the legendary Dangerfields. The legendary Dangerfields is closing its doors.
And they can't just like take a break, until all this. They have to like close the doors.
I don't know. I don't know anything other than it's closing due to COVID. I mean, maybe once whoever owns the building, maybe once things, are back and running again, if the owner hasn't sold it, maybe Dangerfields can start anew, or, maybe somebody else can come in and revitalize it or something. But why is it doing that?
What?
I don't know. It's acting weird. You said that the kids are going full blow at Massapequa High School, so now Andy Plajanos is going to register to go there, and so he can get some blow. Maybe he'll shave that mustache.
No.
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 He'll be the only high school student to ever have a heart attack. So all right. So sticking with, I guess, the COVID stuff. Out in Southampton, we were talking about it over the summer. In Southampton, there was a big party. There was a big concert where no one was social distancing. We did talk about it at the time because some local politician was actually there, and he claims that, when he was there, all the social distancing laws were, people were honoring them, and it was after he left, blah, blah, blah. Mm. Well, Governor Cuomo has slapped the promoter of the event with a $20,000 fine.
Wow. How many people got sick out of that event? Or is he just doing it to...
I don't even know.
Like, is he just like, oh, I heard about this, you're getting fined? Or he's like, look, you caused us, 200 people getting sick. Like, was there a reason for it, or he just felt like dicking out?
I don't know if anybody actually got sick as a result of being there.
Oh, then he should have, more work to do.
Well, but speaking of which, we just talked about it a week or so ago where there was a Sweet 16 party here on Long Island.
Oh, yeah. See, that people got sick, right?
Right. 37 coronavirus cases came out of that party. 81 people had to quarantine from that party. Mm. So the party is now considered Suffolk County's first super spreader event. So the county fined the venue that allowed this party to happen, fined them $12,000.
Wow.
Take that.
Wow.
Well, that's what we did. We talked about how stupid it was. Personally, I think you should fine the parents of the Sweet 16er.
Yeah.
Fine them for being so stupid.
For having sex for 17 years ago. Their fault.
Actually, it would be 16 years ago, because we're in the 10th month.
Oh, right.
So they had sex in January of 2004.
Oh, New Year's Eve. It was a New Year's Eve baby. See?
No.
No?
No, we're in the 10th month.
Yeah, well, pregnancy is like 10 months. Everyone thinks it's 9 months.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Except in my house. Just a handful of months. I'm like a kitten.
Hello, Taz. Hello, Joan. Greg DiFilippo says it's a new venture. We should open up a comedy club at Dangerfields. I don't know if it's a good time to open up anything. But, Governor's New York City. Not a bad idea. I remember Dangerfields on my prom night. We went after prom in 1978. I will miss it, says Felix. Yeah, cool place. All the greats have played there. Okay.
Shoo.
Shoo, says Sallie. Shoo. You're done? You got all your sharing done?
Yeah, I think so. Facebook sure doesn't make it easy.
Hello, Joe Stas. All right, so hope everybody's well. Yeah, we took the week off. But we did work over the weekend at White Post. And let's see. So my weekly White Post Farms report, there were actually no lost children this past weekend that I know of anyway.
Yeah. Well, I heard a couple, but they were quickly reunited.
On the radio, yeah?
Yeah, I heard 5-year-old boy, gray sweatshirt, which is, everyone.
Well, it was the first weekend for me, I think, in probably 2 years that I did not have a lost kid that I had to announce to everybody.
Oh, yeah?
There was a lost pocketbook, which shocked me, and I hope this isn't sexist or anything, but I was shocked how long it took for this woman to claim her pocketbook. Like, I would think that...
You're probably just so happy not to have it on your shoulder that you don't even know why you're happy. You're just like, I'm so free and happy, I don't know why.
Well, that's what I mean. I was shocked that, usually I would think a woman would know the second the pocketbook is off.
Especially in a place like that, everyone in her family gave her 1,000 things to carry. It was probably like, the equivalent of carrying rocks in it. Probably so heavy. People always say like, oh, why do women have like the big,
Penis.
Big penises to carry stuff around? It's because you people give us your penises to carry. Carry your own penises, people.
Well, but you have the pocketbook, so it just...
Get your own man's bag.
Don't carry a pocketbook.
I want to carry stuff. There's stuff that
all right, well, there you
I
go.
want to simply carry and no one else
Oh,
does.
fine. Oh, so that's what it comes
Or
down
have
to.
girls.
Selfish.
Have girls. They
I
carry
did.
their own bag.
I did. When was the last time I asked you to... I asked you sometimes to carry my car keys, and that's it.
And then he makes fun of me. This is how it goes. Oh, can you carry my car keys? Because you have a pocketbook and I have a penis. And so then I'm like, sure, I'm more than happy to. And then I'm doing him a favor. Then we go to the event, we're walking back to the car, and then he waits for me to stand at my side of the door and realize every time he does this.
Well,
And I'm like, why isn't he coming over here and opening the door for me? And because he wants me to sweat it out and have to remember, oh, I have the keys. He thinks this is hilarious.
Well,
Every time.
well, all right. Couple of things.
Every time.
Oh yeah, every time. I don't deny that. But I had some comments with this.
What could you possibly say?
I'm gonna tell you.
That doesn't make you look like a dick.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
All right. First off, it didn't start out that way. It didn't start out like, oh, I'm going to get her. It just became like, oh, where are the keys? And then she'd be like, why is he waiting? Oh, yeah, I have the keys. So it became a running joke. So now I do it for fun. I'm not trying to be a dick. However, she's like, he just stands there and waits for me. Let me point out.
Yeah, with
That
this
you-
look on his face, like,
And I will point out that you laugh way longer, way harder, way louder than I do as soon as you realize that you have the keys.
because I can't believe what an idiot I am.
Right, but there's none of this, you're being a dick. Look at you.
No,
you
not at
laugh
all.
too.
I laugh too.
Yeah,
Every time.
yeah. Phone's ringing. See, that's how much it sucks, man. This place is hopping, this place is electric, and now there's nobody here. So you can hear the phone ring all the way, the office is it's like in the
Yeah.
front of the building, we're in the
Person's
back.
like, are you open yet? Are you open yet?
Damn it.
Yeah, people want to laugh. This is ridiculous.
One thing I thought was funny, working at White Post, Sallie now works, they changed her location, so she works very close, physically close to me. She's not that far.
I'm like, hi.
So I get, there's a lot of times I just look over, either to wave or just see what she's doing.
You make sure I'm okay. It's
So
very nice.
I had a good laugh last weekend because.
Now you're going to ruin it, aren't you?
Oh, totally. But I already.
You're going to ruin my good feelings.
I
for
already
you.
brought this to your attention.
Oh, all right.
There was one point I looked over there. She makes the kettle corn. She bags it up and puts it up and sells it, and she makes it for the whole place. But she has her. In fact, I posted it today. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I posted it today. Her kettle corn stand, and she always lines it up in front of the register, in front of where she
The bags
on the
of
counter.
popcorn.
Right.
Yeah. For display, to make it
Right.
look really nice.
So I spot her and I see her putting the bags out there, right? And she's looking, and she has one bag left, and she's holding it like a baby. She's just holding it.
There's like
And she's looking, and
probably
she's counting,
28 bags out there.
and she's making sure everything looks nice and even and right. And I'm thinking, if it was me, I would just throw that one last bag just, somewhere. I would throw it somewhere, but no,
can't do
she
that.
took it back behind the counter with her. And I stood there, I'm watching like, wow, what is that, OCD? Is that what they call it?
A little anal about my job. Yeah,
Anal.
I like the labels, like
Bring the
facing a
comments,
certain
Andy
way.
Pajanos. Bring
I
the
like
comments.
them all lined up. I get even weirder because there's some bags that like when you're bagging it and you put the tie on it, you look at it and it's like perfect. And not that they're not all really close to perfect,
Oh, right.
but I actually, because they are, right? I mean, I do a really good job. So I actually have on the stand, like back where I am, I keep like the bags that look perfect, like completely perfect, so that when I do have to replenish it out front, those are the ones that I replenish it with. Yeah, I'm crazy.
What
Because
is,
sometimes I like I have to put the labels on the back too. Sometimes the labels aren't exactly where I want it, so I want the ones that are out front to look really nice.
what exactly is what makes a bag of kettle corn perfect?
All right. Here's a good example, and this is really boring. But kettle corn is it's made in like a black kettle. So like every once in a while, there's like a little piece of popcorn that's a little more burnt, or it's not even burnt. It's like because there's sugar added, so the sugar is like brown because it cooks in it. It tastes really good. In fact, like the ones that are a little on the brown side, I think taste better because it's covered in sugar. But they don't know that. So
hence the name brown sugar.
So they look at like the bag and they'll be like, oh, that one's a little brown. Meanwhile, I'm like, that's the one you want. But it looks like it's burnt or something. So if they see that, they'll think that's not a good bag, but it is actually the best one. So I just like it to look nice. I don't know. I just want it to be nice. I as I'm talking, I know I sound really weird.
Weird is not even close to the word.
What drives me crazy is I have to come all the way out to the front. It takes me like a while to get through like all this stuff to like get to the front, and someone will just be standing there and they'll like I have water bottle displays, like, you know, the Poland water bottles, and they'll just be bored talking to me and they'll like move it. I'm like now I have to go back there and move the label. It drives me crazy. You want to walk up, you want to see a nice display. That's all I got to say. What do you got? You got anything?
I almost got into a fight at White Post Farms last weekend. I stand in my area doing my hosting bit. Hi, everybody. Nice to see y'all. That's what's going on over there. We got this. We got kettle corn Sallie over there. This is happening here. Nice to see y'all. Hey, everybody. And I joke around with people. And I have like a little, it's not a stage, but I don't know what else to call it. It's just like a little stage area. There's no shows or anything. It's just me. And it's, you know, and the wall is like a painted farm. You all right? Mm-hmm. Did somebody ask you to bounce so they can watch your boobies? What was that?
No. Go ahead.
You're not going to tell me what that was about?
Nope. There isn't anything to it. I was just bouncing.
She was, all right. What are you, hang on a second. I feel like bouncing. What do you feel like doing today? I'm going to bounce. What are you going to do?
Oh, tell your story how you almost got punched out.
It's a little staging area, and there's, you know, a painted background of a farm on the wall. So a lot of people come up and take pictures. And a lot of people ask me to take the pictures for them. No problem. And I always, as they're all getting together, and I'm just standing there holding their phone, I always put it on, you know, I switch the camera so it's on me, and I just do a quick, and then I put it back on.
He does.
So this one guy, I saw this guy earlier in the day. He was your typical Guido, you know, like you know, he's the boss of everybody. He's the know-it-all, and you know, he doesn't even talk to you. He just yells, you know, oh, over there. You know, one of these types.
Like the kids don't even flinch anymore because they're just used to him yelling about everything. Like he'll yell to say, "Have a nice day."
So he was part of a group. There was, I think, maybe 7 or 8 of them. Comes walking up with his camera, and he basically just, you know, like he's expecting it.
Yeah, like it's your job.
Right. So he's just like, yo, picture.
Yeah.
Like that. Yo,
people do that to waiters all the time, and you're like, I've got a whole pile of food in the kitchen. I don't have time. I'll take like 1 or 2, but they act like it's your job.
So no big deal. I grab his camera, and the family's getting ready, and that's another thing I do too. As they're all getting ready, I start taking the pictures already. Yeah. I'm already taking the pictures as they're like setting up and talking to each other and trying to get the little kids' attention, all that stuff, and I'm already going. but I always take at least 5, you know, regular shots too, you know, to make sure they get a good shot.
Yep.
So as I'm doing this, he keeps saying, "Take a bunch, take a bunch, take a bunch." I'm like, can you just freaking smile?
Like,
you know,
he doesn't know that you're doing it.
The reason I have to take a bunch is because I'm getting shots of you, you know, as you're saying, take a bunch. Jerk. So I take a bunch. I took no.
I took a bunch.
No exaggeration. I took at least 10. Nice shots. Yeah. So I said, okay. I said, I took a bunch. He said, oh, yeah, take a bunch. So now I'm mocking him. I go, I took a bunch. He goes, no, I took a bunch. I said, I took a bunch. Like it was like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode or something. Take a bunch, took a bunch, took a bunch, took a bunch. So he says it again, took a bunch. So at this point, his group, they start to disperse. And you see him, he does the, he goes, I told you to take a bunch. So I did. I go, I told you I took a bunch. I hand him the camera, and he takes a couple steps towards me. He was, I told you to take a, like I didn't even speak. He was, I told you to take a bunch. So now I go, what do you want me to do? I said, I took a bunch. And with that, he just walked away. And I was like, you little. So here's the weird part. Maybe 10 minutes later, I'm standing there doing my thing. I didn't even see him coming, but he comes back, right?
Oh boy.
He's got a $10 bill in his hand. He's like, oh. I wanted to say, I'm not your little fucking bitch. You know,
So I'd have been like, yay.
I just said no. I said right to him, I said, no. Just like that. I went, no.
He probably looked at all his pictures and he was like, oh my God, these are great.
No, that could be. Yeah. Or maybe his wife yelled at him. So he's like, no. Take it. I said, I don't need that. He goes, no, come on. And he's even doing, come on. Like I'm insulting him. So I was like, no. So I have overalls on. He doesn't even go into my pocket. He just goes inside the...
overall thing.
Yeah, overall thing, and he just goes like right there. And I, oh, that was cool.
And he felt your boobies.
Nice. So, so he just sticks it in there and he walks away. So I go, thanks. I'd rather never see you again than have your $10.
Yeah.
But so then I had to, do a little shake and get the $10 bill out of my leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was, so I made $10.
That is good.
Yeah.
Should I tell him how I had the fight with my one customer?
Oh yeah, you should, because this guy that's another dope.
It was so weird because I was saying to Tony, I was like, I've worked there for 3 years. Everyone is like so nice and so great. Like it's just a pleasure to be there. It's really busy, but it's just everyone's walking around, they're having a great time. The weather's beautiful. And I get this one guy, and he's like, I don't know, like maybe 35, I guess. And he goes, it comes to like without tax, it was like five something, but with tax it was 6 something. So he gives me like $11 because he thinks he's gonna get like a $5 bill because he's not considering the tax. So I'm like, oh well, it's so I didn't even talk to him. I just took the extra $1 and I gave him like the change plus the $1. And he goes, oh, you have to give me 5. I go, well, no, because it's actually 6 something. With tax, it's 6 something. But I gave you 11. I'm like, I know, and here's your other $1. Like, we went back and forth, like, and then he's like, well, no, it's like, it should be like a 5. And he's like looking at me like I'm stupid. Like, it's $5. And I'm like, all right, here we go. So I was like, no, I get that. But with tax, it was over 6. So I'm just giving you back the change from the 10. Here's your $1. And he goes, all right. But you know what? Never mind. Like, I don't worry about it. So I go, well, I'm not going to worry about it because I'm giving you the right change. What's to worry about?
Right.
And then he goes, again, no, like don't worry about it. I go, again, I'm not worried because it's the right change. And he goes, you should have given me a 5. And I go, and I said this really nicely. It sounds really bad, but I was just like, I don't have time to teach you math. and then he was like, he goes, all right, don't worry about it. I go, again, still not worried. It's like, I was like, it's so funny. And as soon as he left, I was like, I've been here for like 3 years and I've never had anyone who was like,
there's nothing worse than jerks who are dumb.
Yeah, you could be a jerk or you could be dumb. But you can't be a jerk who's dumb. Like, you can't.
I'm telling you, it's the worst. You can't handle
both. Pick one. Yeah.
And trust me, we've had a lot of experience with that right here in this room.
Do you have like 10 people you're thinking of?
I was thinking of one in particular, who's no longer here.
Oh, yeah. That's severe, though. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, that's actually a really good example of what the guy was like.
Having pizza for lunch?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Bella Vista Pizza, that's the place to go.
Oh, yeah.
We're not talking about that.
Family owned for generations. Kids still work there.
Yeah. Dumb, being a jerk and dumb, yeah, it's a bad combination. So, yeah, I think that's hilarious. And I guarantee he went home and
I couldn't help it. It flew right out of my mouth. I was like, I don't have time to teach you math.
I guarantee he went out to his family or with his friends or somebody, and he's like, you believe this? Listen to this idiot I had to deal with at the farm. And they're like, It came to what, 6 and change? Yeah, and she wouldn't give me the 5. Like,
maybe they had time. Like, if it were one of my kids, like when they were young, because they would have gotten this at, 3rd grade. But, like let's say it were my kids, I would have loved to take out a piece of paper and explained, But I don't have time to teach you.
But that's what I'm saying. I guarantee somebody did explain it to him, and he's like, oh.
Oh, I guess no one has to worry about this now.
Oh. Wait. What?
And if he wasn't condescending to me, if he wasn't like, it's too much for your little brain.
Yeah.
You just keep the dollar, little dumb girl, then I would have been okay.
All right. I'm going to go back and read some comments. Lots of comments come in. Thank you. We appreciate the comments. We love the comments. Let's see. Super spreader event in Suffolk is a Sweet 16. Say that with a lisp 7 times real fast. That's funny. Joe Stas will hopefully be cooking brunch this Sunday on Felix's show. 3rd attempt. Oh, what happened yesterday?
Oh, it didn't work again?
Oh. Hello, Lorraine Casella. Nice to see you there. Joe Stas. So I didn't know they had problems again yesterday.
Yeah.
A man bag is equivalent to a dog licking its ass, says Greg DiFilippo. A man bag is equivalent to a dog licking its ass.
I don't want any of that stuff in my head.
Quinn Martin. Hello, Quinn C. Martin.
Hey, Quinn.
Why carry anything but keys when everything is on your phone?
I have a Canadian story today for Quinn.
You do? All right, let's get through the comments and then...
Okay.
You can't carry lipstick on a phone. Do you carry lipstick in your bag?
You know what I've found? That women that don't carry a bag, because I've gone through a couple of stages. Like, I used to carry really, small little purse, because I'm little.
Small little purse.
But my sister, who's, the same height as me, she's like, you need a good bag. So she got me a good bag, and I love it. It's amazing the things you can carry in that. And so I've kind of gone through stages. But I've also noticed that what women do that I don't do, they'll take their cell phone. There's some women that they work this. They stick their cell phone in their bra and they stick their
and they take a picture.
And there's no. It's all like that. Like lipsticks all it's like their bags are a bag.
Their bags
the best way
are a bag.
that I can explain it. So yeah, if you don't carry a purse, they do that. They carry everything in their bra.
Kristen Romo Flaherty also takes her keys from her husband and forgets. Nothing like an OCD popcorn lady. What do you think of the unpopped popcorn? Says Greg.
Oh, that drives me crazy. The unpopped popcorn drives me crazy. I actually think about it. If I spend as much time thinking about world peace as I do thinking about unpopped popcorn when I do it, it drives me crazy. I think about it what if I used a little more oil? What if I used a little bit less? What if I kept it in a little bit longer? Would it change the taste or the quality? I go crazy about it. Okay, go.
Andy Plajanos, I just love motorboating the bags. Oh, we're still talking about kettle corn? Then he says, Sallie is the Bubba Gump of Cubs Radio. Kettle corn, popcorn, roasted corn.
Uh-huh.
Felix would like you to make your kettle corn on an episode of Let's Eat Long Island.
Well, I don't know how.
Why not?
Because, he'd have to, come down to the farm.
Well, if he's Zooming, you can Zoom on your phone and while you're at the farm, while you're making it.
Maybe.
Or...
Yeah, just look at...
Take a video of yourself and then go on his show one day and then he can play the video while you're talking to him.
Because Don and Benny did that. They got a really good video of me doing it from start to finish.
Andy Janos does the same thing. He reverses the camera and takes a picture of himself when he's taking pictures of somebody. Ronnie Welch is watching. Kent Bichelle is watching. Busy work day, but hey, he says. Hey. Dwayne from What's Happening. If you're keeping tabs at home, says Tim Saliani, Tony will fight you if you try to tip him at White Post, but groping Sallie is fine. I don't have a choice with groping Sallie
They're
being fine.
everywhere.
Once Andy Garcia did it, she lets everybody do it because she just thinks of Andy Garcia. Do we ever tell that story? We
Yes,
must have.
1,000 times.
Well, maybe certain people weren't watching at the time. You got to repeat some stories.
Andy Garcia felt me up.
And she loved it.
I didn't
Yes,
love it.
that
I
Andy
thought
Garcia.
it was funny.
You loved it. You
I
were
didn't
like, that
love
was
it.
Andy Garcia.
It was not.
You were blushing. The sex that night was a little.
I'm an affront to all women.
James Boyle's watching. Hey, Jim.
It was right during the whole Me Too thing. And I was like, Andy Garcia just felt me up.
Let's see. Everybody's excited to see Quinn and Ken Pichel.
Yeah, okay, so my Canadian story for Quinn. I hope he's never done this because this would be bad.
We can request Sallie making videos now, says Andy Pichel. With her love bags.
With my boobies. So, Pompeii.
Pompeii? The city of Pompeii?
Yeah, I remember how they had that bad, awful time with the volcano way back when.
Yeah.
Well, this woman from Canada,
Yeah.
she went, like, a handful of years ago, she went on a visit. You can go on a tour there. And she stole, like, a handful of artifacts, like, just little pieces of, like, tile, from the lava and stuff. And
Is that what they call it? Tile?
no, like parts of the building and stuff.
Oh.
But
okay.
you're just supposed to. I guess
thought you
it's
meant
like a problem.
I thought you meant like lava rocks or something.
No, like you're just supposed to like see it. You're not supposed to do that. And she said that she had this like amazing life until she stole that stuff, and then everything in her life went to shit. Like she got breast cancer twice. She had awful financial problems. Everything.
She's saying it's like a karma thing.
Yeah, so she mailed a letter and the artifacts back, and she's like, I've been cursed ever since I took this, and I want to make it right for my future family, and I'm really sorry about that. I was stupid to do that, and I don't want to do that. And the spokesperson for, the park says that this happens a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like the Bobby Brady thing. Like, you find the tiki, you have like awful things happen to you while you have things that you shouldn't. And that she said that the artifacts that people send back are really worth nothing. They're just rocks and tile. But they've actually kept the letters over the years of people that have done this.
But I'd like to know what happens after they send it back.
I guess we'll find out. She just
change?
did it. We'll have to wait and see.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that interesting?
But now, do a lot of places have that happen to them? Like does Niagara Falls?
No,
stealing
there's
from
just
there a
something
cup of
about
water?
Pompeii. And she's like, this awful thing happened to this community, and I was wrong to steal, and I was wrong to want something that was there because of someone else's pain, was what the letter said. And then so I was like, wow, this is a really big deal. And then it turns out she's like, oh yeah, we've got all these letters, same thing.
That's wild.
I know. That was interesting.
I hope there is a follow-up. I'd like to know how her luck fares.
We'll have to wait in 10 years. Maybe she'll do a follow-up letter.
All right, now Lynn Riley.
Hey, Lynn.
She wants to hear the Andy Garcia story. I guess she's never heard it.
I'll tell it because it'll be quick.
That's not what you said to Andy. Slower, Andy. No, Andy, come back.
All right, so it was when we went to England to visit Elio.
We just passed our anniversary of that.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah, I just saw the pictures on my Facebook. So we went. Me and Tony went to England to see Elio, and Elio. One of the things that he does every year is he goes to Scotland, St Andrews.
The golf course.
Golf course, and does this like fundraiser. I guess a celebrity fundraiser.
A celebrity charity.
I don't know where the money goes, but it's big, and the people that are there are big. Like Mike Rutherford played in the band with him, and Andy Garcia played on bongos, although not well because he was drunk.
Well,
and,
also there's a lot of, which we don't follow golf, but there were a lot of top golfers there.
Yeah, lot.
But we had no idea who.
Yeah, and the people that go there, they bring paintings and bid on paintings. It's like that type of thing. And so it was really fun. It was this great event that we were happy to go and help. And Huey Lewis ran the event, and he was like our boss, like, oh, go there and do this. And he was fantastic. But the event happens, and who's the other guy, the drummer?
Well, yeah, Mike Rutherford, if you don't know, he was in
Genesis.
Genesis with Phil Collins. Mike and the Mechanics, that's
Yeah.
Mike, if you remember them. And then Tico Torres, Bon Jovi's drummer.
Yeah.
He was there as well.
So it was really neat. So it was towards the end of the night. I think Andy Garcia like showed up drunk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Wouldn't you say?
I would say.
He just had this look on his face like he's got all that teeth, so he was just kind of like, right? Isn't that a good Andy Garcia?
What do you mean he has all that teeth?
Yeah. He's like,
We all have teeth. What do you mean?
I don't know. He's I
No,
don't know.
he's not.
Yeah. Pull up pictures of him.
Go ahead. We're reading comments on this phone. Go ahead, on yours.
But anyway, so he was like already kind of. So it's like the end of the night, and we're trying to take pictures with people. Like Mike Rutherford was standing there, and so me and Tony were getting a picture with him, and then so we kind of like stepped away from the picture, and Andy like kind of came in and got into a picture too. And then as he was leaving, like you be me, as he was leaving, like he was like this.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
Be a normal me.
So I was like making, the popcorn, Andy, at White Post Farms. I'm the kettle girl. And I was making all this great popcorn because my son Sam and Kevin, they love it. Kevin doesn't love it as much as Sam. But they love it so much.
All right, so he was taking the picture with me. Yeah, and then
Well, all right, so I'm you. So
Yeah.
I gotta lower myself.
yeah, and then well, not that low, I guess. Yeah. So then he goes to like leave the picture, and he just kind of like faces me, and he's like this. He's like, and he like leaves, and he walks off, and I was like, holy. Right?
And then she looks right at me. She goes with a big smile. Andy Garcia just felt me up.
Andy Garcia just felt me up.
Smiling probably for about another 3 days.
He was like, and he like left. So weird. So yeah, that's my Andy Garcia story.
You really think I would have told that longer?
Yes. Oh.
Ow.
Sweet Jesus. Yes. Yes.
Hey, speaking of Mike Rutherford. Oh, you want to read comments?
No, go.
Speaking of Mike Rutherford, did you hear this weird story about Phil Collins?
No, I know you were going to talk about David Crosby, and I know that story, but I don't know about
The Crosby thing, I don't know. Well,
Collins. Well, tell me the Phil Collins.
yeah, I'm going to
because
tell you
I
the
don't
Phil
know
Collins
story.
thing first. Phil Collins has been married 3 times.
Oh.
Divorced 3 times.
Oh.
Now, all of his divorces are pretty...
Awful?
they're pretty, they're bitter divorces.
I bet he writes a lot of good songs about him.
Yeah. And he ends up coughing up a lot of money in his divorces. But his 3rd divorce, his last one, he coughed up almost $50 million to his wife. She made almost $50 million. I think it was 47 to be exact, 46 and change maybe. So, excuse me. So, this was, I think, 2003 or something. He divorced, maybe a few years later. Whatever, early 2000s, he divorces this woman. Pays almost $50 million. Well, a few years later, they get back together.
Okay.
They got divorced.
Different bank accounts.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a prenup or not, but they divorce. She marries another guy, gets divorced again.
That's kind of a stupid smile.
Yeah, but where do you get teeth at? What do you mean?
I don't know,
because
because he was like, "Rrr." I don't know. Just that. It was. Just
he definitely
kinda,
had that weird smile
It
on
was
his
definitely
face, yes.
that smile.
Yeah. Like, I'm mad at her right now. I get paid to smile a lot. Here I am.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am right now.
Yeah.
But I see boobies.
And there's my drink right over there.
So, so Phil Collins and his wife divorce. She remarries, divorces. Now, she also kept a house that they had together in Florida. He moves, so they get back together. He moves back in. And they were together for several years.
Oh, okay.
And and they're living in Florida. she tells him that this. I read two different stories. I read two different articles, and both had the same story. She tells Phil that she's going. Now they haven't remarried. They're just back together, living together, but they didn't get married again.
Okay.
She tells Phil that she has to go to Vegas for business because she has a company of her own. She runs a charity for, is it autistic children? Some kind of charity for children. I forget what it is. But she tells Phil that she has to go to Las Vegas on business.
Okay.
He's like, okay, see ya. She goes there to marry somebody else. So she's now married to somebody else. And he's like, what the flying fuck? What the?
So she was living with him, not married, but then
Right.
she was like cheating on him with someone else, and they just got married in Vegas.
Correct. So now he's back in the same boat. He's like, what the hell? So now
2020, man.
So now they're fighting over this house in Florida
Why?
because
Isn't it hers?
well, it was his,
Oh.
but he bought it when they got married, so she got the house in the divorce. But
So it's hers.
yeah, but I think he wants it back.
She should give him the house after that, man.
Well, it gets worse than that.
No.
She's now trying to get money out of him now that they're no longer together. Because they lived together for all these years again, she wants compensation. And he's saying,
What did she do with the $50 million?
Well, that's what he's saying. I gave her almost 50 mil. I'm not giving her squat. We're just a couple that broke up this time.
You gotta
I don't
marry,
have to give her money.
You have to marry, like, blue-collar women. Like, you don't get bullshit like this from just normal women. Can you imagine having $50 million and then wanting to sue someone again? After you've just, cock-blocked them with some other guy? That's awful.
I'd be happy with 1 million.
I'd be happy, like, just to not have to worry about shit. That's all.
Yeah, give me half of the house and no mortgage. Not even half. Give me a quarter of the house because I don't know what the house looks like, but I'm sure a quarter of it is
I don't
plenty.
have big needs. Yeah.
And that's why she has my penis. She doesn't have big needs.
Show me your finger again, baby.
That's right. How did it go? It was like this, right?
If your ring finger's bigger, then you got a big wonker. I read a whole medical journal, and that's the
and that's the word they use.
And that's that's my that's my paraphrase of like 2 pages. If you got a long ring finger, you got a big wonker. I'd be the greatest college professor. I could sum things up in like a day. All right, here's physics.
Taking a final on wonkers. So he gave her almost 50 mil, and now she's trying to get more out of him. So now they're fighting, and they're going to end up in court and all
That's
that good
dicky.
stuff. That's I thought that was the craziest thing.
He must be like.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. You divorce, you get back together. That's a cool thing, and then all of a sudden she takes off and
I
marries
think
somebody
it'd
else.
be really difficult to get back together with someone because once you're at the point where especially if you go through a divorce, like you don't, like when you go through a divorce, there's no coming back. Like I'm surprised at people that remarry.
Yeah, I know. I can think of one couple off the top of my head that did.
Really? And it was fine.
They were married.
Like they went with
Maybe-
divorce lawyers.
Oh yeah,
and
they actually got divorced, and then they were married probably maybe around 15 years, give or take. Divorced. He remarried, divorced, went back to his first wife, and now they've been together since they remarried. It's got to be at least 30 years. I think it's actually more than that. So you put the two together, and they're married almost 50 years.
Yeah.
If you combine the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it does work.
I guess.
The hell is that? Oh, is that the deli next door?
Yeah.
Wow, it's loud.
It's a drive-through.
Yeah, it's a deli with a drive-through. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just loud. Let's see. Oh, it's somebody's loud radio. Is that what it is? I want to do the Peter Brady thing, says Andy. Hello from Virginia, says Jeff McCardle. Hello, Jeff. Andy Garcia has a hot daughter who is an actress. Oh, is that right? Well, that's coming from Felix. He's a pervert.
She's 8.
I heard in the air tonight was about that exact story. What is wrong with him even taking her back? 50 mil. He's like, yoo-hoo, I got my 50 million
I got
back.
my 50 million back.
Well, and I think they had at least 2 kids together. So maybe he was thinking about that too. Well, the kids will be so happy to see their parents back. I don't know.
Maybe. But
that's the Phil Collins story. So I'm going to keep tabs on that one. 'Cause to me, that's a crazy story. So I'd like to see where that pans out. Oh, here's another crazy story. I forgot about this one. I have it in my notes. There were these 2 actors. Excuse me. There were a bunch of actors. They were filming a scene for NCIS New Orleans. That's the one with Scott Bakula, who I'm not a big fan of, by the way. But anyway.
What show was he in when we were kids?
Quantum Leap.
Yeah, what was that? He was like stuck in, he'd be like transferred to different times, like time warp, teleporting.
Yeah, but he didn't know where he was being sent.
Yeah.
He always had to, once he got there, he had to figure out where he was and what was happening.
I really liked that show.
I thought it was all right. I just don't like him. He annoys me. I don't think he's a good actor.
Right.
And he comes across as a guy who thinks he's a dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're filming a scene for NCIS New Orleans. And they're filming a robbery scene where the actors had to go in and, make like they're holding up a convenience store.
Okay.
Turns out that, what is it, CBS? CBS. Turns out they never got permits.
So they're walking around with things that look like real guns.
Well, somebody reported this robbery in progress. The SWAT team shows up with their rifles out.
No way.
There's pictures of it on the internet.
That's fantastic.
So the actor's like, whoa, 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 whoa. So apparently these guys are so...
Like, I just got my union card.
Exactly. I'm going to finally make some money. I'm going to die.
I'm here finally for something other than the buffet and $100.
Yeah, it's true. So now 2 actors and one of the employees of the convenience store were so emotionally distraught.
Ah, please.
They're now suing CBS.
Come on.
Yep.
I hope they get nothing and they never get another job, because that's just bullshit. Suck it up, people.
CBS, if these guys didn't file a lawsuit, I would be calling for CBS to do the right thing by these guys and give them like recurring roles with lots of lines.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
No.
Maybe they can still work that out, but filing a lawsuit...
No, not now. You do that.
Well, drop the
Forget
lawsuit.
it.
Drop the lawsuit and...
No, because
I guess.
if I was CBS, I'd always be like, that's who you are.
Yeah.
Like, that was a funny memory that you could have told your grandchildren. And now you made it about suing someone. Just shut up. Just shut up.
If he was fighting with the money... We're talking about Phil Collins, Lynn Riley. If he was fighting the money and was pissed he gave her $50 million, then he is an ass to go back with her. All right. Ken Pichel, we spent one night in the French Quarter last week. It was quite empty. And the Plajanos, I met Dean Stockwell, the other guy in Quantum Leap, back in the late 80s at Icon, sci-fi fantasy convention that used to be held at Stony Brook University. Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
And he's been in a lot of different things. Dean Stockwell. Was he a dick?
That is true. Ken Pichel's like, did the SWAT team not see any large TV cameras? Like, I mean, I'm sure they drove up. Like, what is this?
Yeah, that's true. I honestly didn't think of that.
Maybe all the cameras are inside.
Well, yeah, but usually there is stuff outside, crew members and equipment and stuff. Usually, they
I'm
would
sure
see
stuff
something.
like that happens in New York City all the time.
You know what? All the equipment and stuff was probably in the back because maybe they're filming these guys running in or running out. You don't want to see that stuff in the background. So maybe it was in the back or on the side. Maybe the cops didn't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's photos. I saw at least one photo on the internet. I don't know if there's video, but you can see it. You look it up. So yeah, so that's that. They're suing CBS. What do you got?
Well, it's 12 o'clock.
Oh, it is 12 o'clock. Great actor and child actor, the boy with the green hair movie.
Who?
Dean Stockwell.
Oh, all right. I thought
He was a child actor? I didn't know that. What does that mean, the boy with the green hair movie? Is that the name of the movie? The boy with the green hair? Not familiar. All right, so it is 12 o'clock. So that's it. We're out. Okay. Yes?
Yeah, sure, because we both have things to do. I have to go to the dentist today.
Whoa.
Cleaned my house, now my teeth. Cleaning things up.
Nice. All right, so we're going to head out. Today is Thursday. Nice to be back. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Appreciate all the support, as always. Today is Thursday. So we have Soul Space with Georgia coming on at 6:30. Graz and the boys at 9. Dean Stockwell was super cool. Ernie Hudson was a dick.
Who's Ernie Hudson?
He was the black guy in Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah.
Ernie
He was in that show?
No, he's just talking about who we met there.
Oh, all right. I thought he meant on the Scott whatever show.
My ex-wife met Ernie Hudson once. He hit on her.
Which
My
ex-wife?
last the mother of my children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ernie Hudson hit on her at a film festival out
I don't wanna
in
hear
the
about it.
Hamptons once.
I don't want to hear about it.
That's nothing to do with me. Time for closing arguments.
That we fight all the time.
Georgia, Soul Space 6:30, Graz and the boys at 9 with Limo Talk. You can vote for Limo Talk for best podcast on the Best of Long Island. Go to the Best of Long Island and please vote. I keep posting on my personal wall all the places that we endorse. But please vote for Gov's Radio for best radio station. Vote for Sallie for best personality. But there's best podcast for Limo Talk or Jam. Jam is also nominated. Lots of different people to nominate for in different categories. So we hope you support us that way as well. And then, you have those shows today. Sallie and I are back tomorrow. Domestic Disturbance is on tomorrow. Lots of great stuff here at govsradio.com. All the great shows here. So keep it locked here at govsradio.com. Sallie and I will be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. You guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm just messing with to see what